Hi Roland, welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Coco and Fred. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Coco's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands. First thing we want to do is take a moment to introduce the training equipment that we're using. We're using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and Fred keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give here at the school is a little tug and let go on her training collar. And she's going to come home with her very own training collar, and you'll be taught how to use that during your follow-up training session. Now she's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Coco, heel. Her job at this point is to walk along beside you, and each time that you stop your feet, she's been taught to sit automatically to wait for her next command. So when you're walking in the city, you want her to be well under control, and you want her to sit when you stop to cross traffic or to talk to someone, instead of pulling you or jumping all around on the end of her leash. Nice automatic sit. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. It is a one-word command, and you can practice this right in your living room, as we're doing here because it's freezing outside and she doesn't like the cold. The long sit stay is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to her, he will walk all the way around her as an additional distraction. Back to heel position, he gives her a little pat for praise, and they take off heeling again. She's done really well with her obedience training. She's a smart little girl. She's sweet. We have fallen in love with her, so take good care of her for us when you take her to Miami. Fred leaves her in another stay, walks out to the end of his training leash, and now we're going to demonstrate the recall, or the come on command. Fred's going to use her name and a happy voice, and she should come right in front, and she should sit right in front of you. And then Fred goes back to heeling her. He leaves her in another sit stay. He's going to use her name, and he's going to call her in. Praises are on the way in. Coming to you should always be a good, happy experience. And back to heeling. Now we're going to demonstrate for you her down commands, and there are 2 of them. There's down from a heel position and down from a distance. Fred's going to turn her around to face the camera. He's going to use the open flat of his palm straight down toward the ground on the one-word command to down, and then he leaves her in a stay. And when you're practicing at home, the long down stay is for 3 to 5 minutes. And this really helps her because she's has some nervous energy, and this helps her to have a little bit more focus and realize that she can just be still. When Fred returns back to her, he walks all the way around her, again for an additional distraction, returning all the way back around to heel, gives her a little pat for praise, and then he'll bring her back around, and we'll demonstrate that down from a heel position one more time. And remember, before you put her into a down, always have her sitting first. She does that command really well. And this time Fred will use that recall command. He calls her in. She's just as sweet as she can be. And if she doesn't sit, he tells her no sit. And now we're going to demonstrate for you her down from a distance. It's a little hard to video inside, but she would not do anything if she were outside because she hates the cold. Fred leaves her in a sit stay. Walks out to the end of his training leash. This time he's going to use his right hand to give the command, and he drops her into a down from 6 feet away. Very, very nice job, Coco. Now we've demonstrated for you all of her formal obedience commands: her heel, her sit, her stay, her down from a distance, and her come. These are the exercises that you're going to practice with home to give her a little bit more self-confidence and a feeling that she can be left without going to the bathroom in your house. She's done a great job. Barry will go over everything with you when he brings her home. We've enjoyed having her. Thank you for your business, Roland, and thank you for using Nora's Dog Training Company.